everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about summer wardrobes, and specifically a summer wardrobe that's really focused on vintage style and on history bounding, because that's kind of what I do, like cottagecore vintage style history bounding inspired stuff. And I just kind of feel like in the past I've had an issue with summer months trying to still look cute and still keep cool at the same time. And I feel like this year I've kind of nailed that down, and I feel like I have a really good plan of how to look cute and stay cool all at the same time. So that's why I wanted to show you today. We are going to take a look at 2 weeks worth of summer outfits, and we're going to start with kind of cooler weather and then go to the hottest weather. So I live in the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area of Washington State in the US, and that means that typically our temperatures in the summer tend to be more like in the 70s to low 80s for highs. That said, the weekend coming up of when I'm filming this, it is currently projected to be 108 degrees, which has never happened here before in history, ever. There have been 3 days that it's been 100 or more, and the top was 103, and now it's gonna be 108, and I'm a little scared. So we'll see how this weekend goes, and probably none of these dresses are necessarily for 108 degrees, but these should all keep you comfortable and looking cute for like up to 100 degrees. We'll cross that other bridge when we get to it. Anyway, I am going to start the video out by looking at stuff for kind of that 70-degree range, and as we progress through the video, the outfits are going to get lighter and summerier, and we're going to be looking more like in the 90s range. So a lot of these outfits you have probably seen me wear before, whether they're because I have actually made them on this channel, like this one here, or whether it's just because I've been wearing them while making other things or while filming other videos. And I'm going to try to either link to the videos where I've made things or link to where you can buy these outfits or these pieces down in the description below. Some of them are thrifted, so I'll mention my sources for all of these as I get to them, but I've had a bunch of requests for my kind of regular style videos, and so I figured this would fit the bill. So to start off with, we are looking at kind of the spring to summer changeover. So this outfit is one that, like, for me, I would be super comfortable wearing anywhere from probably the high 50s or low 60s all the way up to probably the low to mid 70s. And that's because my neckline is filled in here, and I find that my neckline and kind of the inner elbow right here is where I get the warmest other than my face. So if my neckline is filled in, if my elbow area is filled in here, I'm gonna be warmer. Therefore, this top, even though it's made out of a super, super lightweight cotton, does make me a little bit warmer. Now, unfortunately, this top is no longer available. It was from Target last year. I absolutely love it, but you can find other similar kind of Victorian-ish history bounding tops. I actually did a whole video on history bounding style, so I will link that video down below because that has a lot of sources of where to find similar type tops. But yeah, unfortunately this one is no longer available. That said, the pattern for this dress is available. It's in my Etsy store. So if you do want to make this dress, this jumper dress, you can go down in the description, click on that Etsy link, and you can go buy this pattern and make your dress. And if you do, please tag me on Instagram at Lady Rebecca Fashions. I would absolutely love to see your finished product of this dress. That would be so, so exciting to me. So I love this dress because it's so spinny, but because it's so spinny, it's actually quite a lot of fabric down here. So that's again why this one is one for a little bit cooler weather, because there's just so much fabric involved. It's all light fabric, but there's just a lot of it. And the fabric of the dress on this case is a poly cotton blend for the outer and then a cotton liner. So again, very lightweight. Ideally, when you're looking at summer clothing, you want to stay with natural fibers. You really want to stay with cottons and with linens. Those are going to keep you the coolest. So try to get away from the polyester. That said, there are going to be pieces that I'm showing you today that are polyester and are still great for summer. So let's go ahead and go to the next outfit. Here is the next outfit. This one is, as I mentioned before, polyester. So the blouse is actually a poly rayon blend. The rayon really helps to keep things lighter and more breathable, but it is mixed with poly, so it doesn't have the breathability that, say, a cotton rayon blend would have. However, it is still lightweight, airy. The nice thing about the elastic on here is that it is actually keeping the sleeve away from my inner elbow where I get warm, and so that really helps because I have that floatiness right there on my elbow. Also right here my neckline is all open, so that really helps as far as warmth goes. So that's why I would say that this outfit is for like high 60s, low 70s. The skirt is also really flowy. Listen to that sound. And the skirt is a poly chiffon with a poly liner. This is a vintage skirt that I thrifted. I say vintage, it's not vintage, it's early 90s. I don't think we're calling that vintage yet, I hope, or else it's gonna make me feel old. So it's an early 90s skirt that I thrifted, and this blouse is from the store Fred Meyer, which is a box store kind of like Target that is local to the Pacific Northwest up here. I think it was Zoe and Rachel, Zach and Rachel, something like that of the tag. So I don't know if it's available elsewhere or if it is sort of a Fred Meyer exclusive thing, but I liked it because it looked kind of history bounding, a little bit cottagecore. And again, this is just kind of a light flowy style. Let's go to the next outfit. So this dress is one that I know that you have not seen on this channel, although it might look vaguely familiar, and that is because it was the pattern test that I did for the purple gingham jumper dress pattern. Before I released that pattern, I made this bodice to make sure that the pattern I had done actually still worked. So this is the same style bodice, and then this is a very different skirt. This is a much slimmer skirt because I only had a few yards of this fabric, so there's a lot less weight here. It's also single layer quilting cotton, so it's a lot lighter. It is just like very summery feeling, and also the light puffed sleeves on this blouse and having a little bit less of a high collar, that really helps. This blouse is also a cotton rayon blend, and so it is much breezier than that poly rayon blend that I was just showing you. So this one is honestly one of my favorite summer blouses. It's also got just a little bit of sheer right there, so I feel like it still lets a lot of air in. Very lightweight material, very breathable. Again, unfortunately, this blouse is also no longer available because it was also from Target last year, but keep your eye open because they might bring similar styles back, or there's other similar styles available from other places as well. But this dress is just very lightweight, very like easy to wear, and this is one also that, again, you can use that same Etsy pattern. It's just a skirt variation change. So this one just has 3 panels that are like the width of the fabric at the bottom, a little narrower at the top, and just really light and easy to wear. This is a super great one for summer. I'd say that this would probably be extremely comfortable, even up into the mid 80s at this point. One thing that I do want to touch on too is undergarments, because I feel like undergarments are really important in keeping yourself cool. So as far as undergarments go for me, I wear, I guess no bras are really cotton. It's a regular bra that I just wear all year round. But then I wear cotton underwear, again, all year round. And underneath all of the dresses and everything like that, I also wear a camisole and shorts. So both of those are made of cotton. The camisole is just your basic camisole like this, and I have them in a variety of colors to kind of depend on what I'm wearing over. In the summer, the white ones get a lot of use though, but this means that both my clothes last longer because this absorbs sweat. It's kind of like a chemise really for historical costuming, and it just protects my clothing, and it also just keeps me feeling more comfortable. And then for shorts, I actually buy leggings, cotton leggings from Old Navy, and I cut off the leg from about above knee down. I just cut all of that off. So Ideally, I like my shorts to hit just a little bit above the knee because if they're that long, they do not ride up at all, and they really prevent thighs from rubbing or sticking together, which is such a problem in the summer. They absorb any sweat, anything like that, and you just change them every day and have a fresh pair the new day. I have these in a few different colors. Black is the easiest to find, but I do like some of their lighter colors, especially if I'm going to wear a lighter dress. I find that that's a little better, but I swear by these. I've been wearing them for years, and it basically feels like you're feels like you're wearing leggings, even though you're wearing a skirt, because you are wearing short leggings underneath. Absolutely, absolutely love these. Highly recommend. I will leave a link to the Old Navy listing for these down below. I used to serge off the bottoms, like make it have a clean edge, but I don't even do that anymore. Literally just cut them with my scissors. They'll roll up just a little bit right there at the bottom, and that's it. They're good to go. They won't fray, anything like that. So yeah, again, highly recommend wearing these under your skirts and dresses. They just make everything so much more comfortable. You can walk around Disneyland for an entire day, 10 to 20,000 steps, and still be super comfortable if you're wearing something like this underneath. The last other thing that I wear underneath is a slip or petticoat of some sort. So this is one of my older, sadder ones. This is actually a vintage one right here. This is a Malco Modes brand petticoat. I also have new Malco Modes ones. Highly, highly recommend them, and I will link them down in the bottom. They're all made in the US as well, and they're great. One of the things that I actually really like about them is that if you wear them for a really long time, over a year, etc., they're going to soften, and so the newer the petticoat, the fuller the skirt. So depending on what dress I'm wearing, under the purple version of this, I wear a new one, but under this, which has a pretty slim skirt, that would look silly, so I wear my older ones. So I have them in various ages, and that's just how I wear them, but I highly recommend them. The nice thing about a petticoat, first off, you're not going to get scratched because you're wearing those shorts underneath, so don't worry about scratchiness. They also all have a liner layer underneath, so that kind of helps. But also, they create airflow. It's kind of like a hoop skirt or cage crinoline. They create airflow underneath your skirt. So you're not going to wind up with your skirt sticking against your legs at any point. You're actually going to feel a breeze from that netting underneath. And they also have kind of a chiffon layer. And so that netting and chiffon, it's going to keep you really comfortable and really breezy. Okay, on to the next dress. Honestly, I probably should have switched this dress with the last one as far as like breezy temperature wise, because this one does have the full skirt again. However, it's a single layer all cotton skirt, so it is definitely a lot lighter in this dress than it is in the purple gingham dress, even though it is still a gathered circle skirt, very, very full. But this one I'm again wearing with that same blouse that I was from the last outfit, the one from Target that's cotton rayon, and then this dress is fully cotton. And if you've been around my channel at all recently, you probably saw me make this dress because I did make this one recently. It is from a vintage reprint simplicity pattern, and I will link this video down below. This dress here is one that I believe you've seen me wear in a few videos, just like wearing it while I make things. This is made from Simplicity, I believe 8396, which I will link down below because I think it's still in print. And I did alter the neckline on this because this I was trying to get in the shape of Belle's town dress because it is Beauty and the Beast print, and I was able to find this fabric at Joann's. I made this several years ago, so I do not have a video on this. I'm not sure if this fabric is still available. If it is, I will link it down below. And this is just, again, a quilting cotton dress, so very easy and light. I'm wearing it with a thrifted top that has little puffed sleeves, and it also has like a little seam detail right below the top of the jumper, which so you can't see it. But this is a cotton kind of jersey stretch, so it does feel a little bit warmer than the cotton rayon, but the dress itself is, again, very light and breezy. One other thing that I found that can really help with regulating heat, I personally love having a cinched in waist. I think it's more flattering. I like putting a belt on things because I feel like it gives me more of the silhouette that I want. However, taking off that belt really, really makes things cooler. All of a sudden you don't have anything right here, right around your midsection that's like pulling you in and compressing you, and it is so much cooler without a belt. We had 90-degree temperatures the other day. I had been wearing a dress, which you will see later, and I had been wearing it belted. I took off the belt and I was like, so much better. So yeah, I mean, fashion isn't always everything. If there's something small that you can do, like taking off a belt to make yourself cooler, definitely worth it. But as is, this dress is pretty nice and cool. This one would probably serve for anywhere from the 70s up through low 80s probably, and you'd be quite comfortable in something like this. One more me-made jumper dress before we move on to other things, and that is my new Pride dress that I just put out the video on last week. This one is made out of a very lightweight quilting cotton, so it's actually a lot breezier than even the other quilting cotton dresses that I have, which quilting cotton is kind of weird because I feel like sometimes it can be kind of warm, and sometimes, like this one, it can be a lot lighter, drapier, and flowier. And I have paired this with a shirt that I thrifted. It is literally a Hanes t-shirt, so probably pretty easy to find, super lightweight cotton because it is Hanes brand. And I've also paired it with a thrifted matching belt, which again, like if I take the belt off, it gets way cooler. So depending on how hot it is, you could wear it belted or unbelted. But this was just super nice. This is a vintage Vogue pattern. I will link to this video down below if you haven't seen it yet. And this one is very breezy, flowy, and super comfortable for probably, if you are unbelted, probably up to at least about 90 degrees. You'd still be comfortable. So now we're into a category of outfits that I have not made. In fact, these next few outfits are almost a haul because they're all from my recent Eshakti order. Now, this is not sponsored, though I wish that it were, but I just recently placed an order for summer dresses at Eshakti, and I was so happy with what came back. And this is one of them. This is a cotton poplin dress, and honestly, when I first pulled this out of the box and put it on, I was actually a little bit disappointed. It just looked a lot plainer on me than it looked in the listing on the site, which I will link all of these dresses down below. They should all be still available since I just purchased these like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed at first because it just looked so plain. It almost reminded me of an old nurse's uniform. But then I realized that this dress, the decoration, is all of this almost like beading lace, this insertion, and I could thread ribbons through it and change up this dress in a myriad of ways depending on what color ribbon that I thread through it. So I've opted for my first wearings here to go with yellow ribbon. So I've threaded a 1/4 inch yellow ribbon through one of the tiers on the bottom as well as one of the lines on the sleeves and paired it with a yellow belt and this cute little yellow flower brooch. And I feel like it really pops, and it's really great for summer. I mean, white clothing is always kind of a lighter feel for summer anyway. This is still poplin, so it does still have some body in there. So it's not the lightest thing ever, but this would be perfectly fine for at least up to the mid 80s. It's really just quite light and breezy, and again, it is all cotton, so that's super helpful. And I'm excited to try out different looks with this too. I bought a bunch of 1/4 inch wide ribbon from Joann, so I've got like red, turquoise, green, pink, I don't remember what all I bought, blue I think, so I can really just change up the look. It takes about like 20 minutes to thread through all of the ribbon and just use little bodkin, and it works super easily and will give me so many versatile looks. So I'm actually now super excited about this. And I also love that if you're not familiar with Eshakti, you can customize all of your clothing with them. So I don't remember what all I changed on this one. I think I changed the skirt length on all of them. I added sleeves on some of them because some were originally sleeveless and I don't like wearing sleeveless, so I just customized the sleeves. And like the first 3 times that you give them custom sizes, because that's the other thing too. You just enter all of your measurements and they make the dress to your size, which is amazing. And they've got a size guarantee. So that's like, where can you go wrong? Might as well put your sizes in, order a dress. If it doesn't fit, you just go back and forth until they get you the one that does fit. So I think that that is so brilliant. I even specified the skirt length because I know I like a 31-inch skirt. So like, It was so easy, and customization and everything all combined. I mean, I got 4 dresses for a little over $200, so they're really not bad. They're less than you would spend on the fabric and time to make yourself a dress. So again, I highly recommend Eshakti. If you haven't tried them before too, I do have a referral link down in the description that will save you $25 off your first order, so check that out. Again, not sponsored, I just really like Eshakti, and Eshakti, if you want to sponsor me, I would love that. So this is the first one. Again, super nice and breezy. Let me show you the second Eshakti dress. This is the second Eshakti dress from my recent order, and in fact, this was the reason behind the whole order, because I saw this pop up on like a Facebook ad or something, and I was like, yeah, I think I need that dress. I feel like it fits all of my requirements. Plaid. It's a lightweight cotton. This one's not a poplin. This is like a, you can tell the drape, it's a much lighter weight poplin, so it's really nice and breezy. This has a very full skirt also, which I really enjoy, and all of their dresses have pockets, which are great. By the way, they do all come with a matching belt, at least all the ones that I ordered. I personally prefer contrast belts. Again, it kind of brings in my waist, and so I like drawing the eye there, and so I went with a contrast belt that I already owned, but they do all come with the matching belts. But yeah, this one, I think I only changed the skirt length on this, if anything, plus the custom sizing. But I really love this. It's just so lightweight and so breezy, and particularly without the belt, this one would be totally fine for at least up to 90 degrees. So very nice. Let's go on to the next one. This one is another of my new Eshakti dresses. I kind of feel like this one almost looks the most true vintage. I don't know if that's because of the pattern on the dress or if it's because of these great like front patch pockets, which is such a 50s thing to do. And I love the little like turned up cuffs on the sleeves as well. I just feel like it looks, again, very true vintage. And this one again came with a matching belt, but I still prefer the contrast belt, so I did go with the contrast. I believe this is made out of the same type of cotton that the plaid one was made out of, so again, very lightweight. The one thing that I wasn't a big fan of on this one was that it was actually supposed to be open from here down to the front of the dress, and I don't like that, so I will probably sew it closed at some point. Right now I've got a few safety pins in there just to close that flap, because that way I don't have my skirt flapping open as I walk. So, I mean, easy fix, but yeah, very comfortable. This one I've worn on a few 80-degree days already, 80+ degree days, and very comfortable. Let's move on to the next dress. This is also an Eshakti dress, though it is not from my recent purchase. I've actually owned this one for at least a few years so far, and therefore I wasn't able to find this exact dress on their website anymore. However, they do have lots of chambray dresses still, which is what this is made out of, and I will link one that I thought was kind of close to this and also very cute and very vintage looking down in the description below. But if you search chambray on their site, you'll find a lot more. So chambray is a really lightweight cotton fabric. It looks kind of like denim, but it's a very light fabric, like somewhere between the weight of a quilting cotton and a voile almost, probably closer to the quilting cotton weight. So very nice and lightweight, very breezy for summer. So this is a really great look, again, for summer because it is so breezy. And this one also has like the capped sleeves, so you get a little bit more air around your arms too, as opposed to more of the short sleeve. So again, very nice for summer. This one would probably be comfortable, again, up through at least the mid-80s. Now we're on to some separates, and we will return for one more dress right at the very end. But this is an outfit that I know that if you've watched some of my making vlog videos, you will probably have seen me wear before, because this is a really great summer outfit. I find that these next few outfits, these are all going to be fine even in the 90s. They're just really light and really comfortable. And this one is comprised of a skirt that I believe I got in college, if not high school. No idea where I originally got this, but my guess is Ross, because that's where I used to buy clothes from at that time. And I did alter it to put on an elastic waistband instead of its original waistband, which I don't even remember what that was, but I put on the elastic waistband to make it like nice and stretchy, which is great for summer. And then this blouse is thrifted, and it's actually from Romans originally, but it was too large. It was probably about 2+ sizes too large, but it was so cute that I could not let it go. And I just kind of figured, well, a blouse that's this large, because this is how large it is, you can really easily take it and grab up your corners and give it kind of that Western twist and tie it up in the center. So you've got this cute little Western look going on. It kind of goes with the ties on the sleeves, and because it is baggy through the body and through the sleeves, there's still a lot of airflow going on. I find that kind of the looser clothing is a lot of times better for summer because it's loose and there's airflow really happening. This skirt, by the way, is a very light cotton, kind of like a cotton gauze, and it's got all of these lace panels, which then it has a cotton gauze liner on the inside as well, a cotton voile maybe liner on the inside. So very, very flowy, very light, great for summer. And the shirt, again, very flowy, even though it's actually a cotton poly blend. So the nice thing about that is it never wrinkles, but it does have less breathability. However, because it is too big, I get that flowiness anyway. So let's look at the next separate. Here is the next outfit. This one I've actually accessorized because otherwise I feel like this top can get very dizzying because of how narrow the stripes are, and I find that the pop of red and pop of red kind of help to break it up a little. But this top was thrifted. I found it last year. It is Project Runway brand actually, and I thought it was one of the most adorable things ever. I'm just absolutely in love with these fluffy sleeves, and it's just so cute. It's got that kind of like sailor but not vibe going on. The skirt is one that I made several years ago. It is a circle skirt, and it is just out of a cotton fabric. I don't think it's a blend, I think it's pure cotton, and it was one that I had over dyed. It was kind of a more grayish color, and then I dyed it more of a blue. I made it actually for my Briar Rose Disney Bound back in, I think, 2013, so it's been a while, but I feel like it pairs nicely with the top. And the top, one of the things that I love about it is a lot of times when you get tops that have sleeves like this, big ruffle sleeves, they're just open on the sides, but this one actually has a filled in section underneath, and so I really, really appreciate that because it doesn't leave my armpits hanging out for everyone to see. So yeah, I really, really love this top. I think it's got great vintage vibes as well, and this is a super, super breezy top because the sleeves actually kind of create their own wind. So this one is really nice for really anything up to the low 90s, I would say. With this outfit, I'm using the same skirt from the last outfit, but with this one, I have replaced that top with another thrifted top. This one was originally from Old Navy, but I got it at the thrift store. It is poly chiffon, and I feel like poly chiffon is really the exception to that polyester being hot rule, because I have always found poly chiffon tops like this to be extremely breezy. You really just feel all of the breeze through it, and so they wind up being very, very comfortable even for very hot days in summer. I know last year I wore this on one of the hottest days of the summer. It was like 95, and I was so perfectly comfortable. And again, you can lose the belt to make yourself feel even cooler, but I thought that the belt gives it kind of a little bit more of a 40s vibe, especially with the sort of rope knot detail on here. And like last year when I wore this on that really hot day, I had my hair done up in victory rolls and everything too, and it was just a very, very cute look. I have opted for the I'm changing 14 times, so I'm not going to do anything more than straighten my hair to make sure it looks semi-presentable. So that's what's going on here today with my hair. Ignore the hair. But yes, this outfit, again, super breezy, very lightweight, very comfortable. It was actually a hard decision between this and the next last outfit for which one is the one that is best suited to the hottest temperatures. But I am sure that I will be wearing this one this weekend. Okay, yeah, this one definitely wins out for the lightest and breeziest. This is another one from my new Eshakti order, and I am in love with this dress and I will probably live in it all weekend. This one is made out of cotton voile, so it's super, super lightweight. It does have a lining layer, which is also cotton voile, so it's 2 layers of super lightweight cotton. It is just the breeziest thing. I love like the ruffle details on the shoulders and sleeves. I think are so, so cute, and it's just very, very comfortable. It also has these really interesting released pleats here at the waist instead of darts, so that it's actually breezier even around like the lower bust, which is really interesting. At first I was thinking, oh, that's not quite as flattering, maybe I'll take them in, but when I actually wore it the other day when it was over 90 degrees, it was like, oh, actually this is super, super comfy. This one has a tie belt, which I find tie belts are less hot. They keep you a little bit cooler than having like an elastic type belt, and of course you can also just always untie it, wear it untied. It's still a cute dress even without the belt on, because I feel like this one especially has kind of some waist definition there. So I really love this dress. I am going to live in this all summer. I may wind up purchasing more cotton voile dresses from Eshakti now that I know how much I love this dress. No, of course I didn't go and put 2 dresses in my cart this morning. Yeah. And actually, if any of you use that referral link down below, it will help me because it will also give me $25 off. So if you are planning on purchasing anything from Eshakti after watching this video, again, not sponsored, but it would really help me out if you use that link, because then I'd get a discount on those other dresses that I'm planning on buying and adding to my summer wardrobe. Yeah. Speaking of adding to my summer wardrobe, actually on Tuesday, I am going to be making another dress that is going to be part of my summer wardrobe. It is also a dress that's going to be worn for my upcoming Disney trip because it's a Bambi print 1950s dress, so I'm super, super excited about it. I'm partway through it right now as of filming this, and I believe timing-wise, when you watch this video, the next video will be that vlog with the whole dress all finished and everything. So do be sure to check back, and if you're not yet subscribed, do be sure to subscribe and click the bell notification so that you know when that video goes live. Anyway, I do really hope that you enjoyed this video. I have been getting requests for more of my own regular wardrobe type videos. If there's any other videos that you would like to see that have to do with my day-to-day wardrobe or anything like that, do please let me know in the comments. And also tell me how you generally survive the summer temperatures. What do you like to wear for summer to keep yourself both cute and cool? Hopefully some of the outfits in this video were helpful for you, for giving you ideas of how to be cute and cool at the same time. So if you liked this video, please go ahead and click the thumbs up icon. And as I mentioned before, if you would like to see more videos like this from me, please go ahead and click subscribe and the little bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. I do post videos here on YouTube twice a week, with my sewing vlogs out on Tuesdays and other costuming content like this out on Saturdays, but I post every day over on my Instagram, so please go follow me on Instagram. That's at Lady Rebecca Fashions. And if you'd like to help support all of the work that I do on this channel or my new Eshakti habit, I do have a link to my Patreon and my Ko-fi accounts down below in the description. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my Edwardian level patrons, Heidi and Sharon. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Happy sewing!